Are you happy?
I am, yeah.
Are you happy?
Very much.
Happy just in general? Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Are you happy?
No.
Why?
That's a nonsense question.
What's your name and where you're from?
My name's Rachel. I'm from Jersey.
Are you happy?
I am, yeah.
Why?
I live in the best city in the world.
And for someone who wants to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
Do what you love. Live where you want to live. Don't think too hard. Just when opportunities come, just grab it, and whatever feels right usually is right.
What's your name and where you're from?
My name is Claude. I live in Manhattan.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I'm retired now, and I'm living comfortably. I feel like paying my dues, and I'm able to do things I want to do. I volunteer at several organizations, a couple of museums, the Bronx Zoo, and I'm happy with my life.
If someone wanted to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
Work hard, act responsible, try and be good to people, and it's usually, people are good to you.
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Rocio Piamonte. I'm from Colombia.
Are you happy?
Very much.
Why?
Because I have a job that I like, because I'm able to come to all the museums and the dance shows in New York, and because I have no one sick in my family right now, and because I'm not sick myself, and because I trust that we will not go into the hall with that divine monster called Trump.
So if someone wanted to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
I think you have to be in touch with yourself. You have to know what it is that you want to do. I never pursue material stuff. I never care much. You have to have some security that when you are your age, you don't think you do. But I was happy that some fell into my hands, kind of, and I was able to keep it. So it's small, but I know I won't die on the street, which is a very good thing with all this crisis that we have lived. So, and I was privileged to get an education, to have parents that believe in that children should be responsible for themselves and get the best education in the world. The mantra was, the only thing I'm going to give you is education, and that was true. So I think it's a very good start when you are taught to be self-reliant.
What's your name and where you're from?
I'm Mike Calcagno. I'm from New York.
Are you happy?
I am happy.
Why?
I don't know. I think I'm a naturally happy person. I think, the circumstances that you are in matter less than your own internal clock when it comes to happiness. That people who are naturally unhappy, they'll find something wrong in the very best places. And the people who are naturally happy will, find what's good, even if they're in a place that's not necessarily that good.
So for someone who wants to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
I think know yourself. I think that's probably the best advice, right? And know what makes you happy and seek out those things.
What's your name and where you're from?
Fred Levine from the Bronx.
Are you happy?
That's a nonsense question, because happiness comes from the Danish word hap, which is unattended positive consequence, and it's passive. I have joy. I have fun. Okay?
And why? Why do you have that joy?
Give the alternative, and somehow there's a physiological basis for it too. Apparently I'm in happy juice in my brain.
For somebody who wants to achieve that joy that you have, what advice would you give them?
It's keep active, make friends, and accept people. And also, when you're pissed off, let them know.
What's your name and where you're from?
My name is Flavie. I'm originally from France, but I've been living in the States for almost 25 years.
Are you happy?
I consider myself happy, yes.
Why?
First, I think I was aware of this state since I was a child. I was very fortunate to grow up in a family where we would allow ourselves to express ourselves, to show our own personality. We have a strict education, but I was very fortunate to have parents who really instill in my sisters and myself the sense of altruism, which I think contributes tremendously to the notion of happiness, being able to share your happiness.
What's your name and where you're from?
John, I'm from Texas.
Are you happy?
I'd say yeah, I am.
Why?
I have a lot of things in my life that making me happy, people, family, things.
And for someone who wants to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
I'd say just be patient. A lot of my life I wasn't happy. I was trying to achieve that happiness, but I set those goals in mind, and I think happiness is something that you can't just expect. It's something that you have to kind of have an idea of what makes you happy, what might make you happy, and then just go after it and get it.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Ed, and I'm from New York here.
Are you happy?
Of course, yeah, I'm really happy.
Why?
I'm starting in this new production that I'm going to be in this fall, this November, and it's like the start of my profession as an actor, so I'm pretty happy about that.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Abigail, I'm from Jamaica.
Are you happy?
No.
Why?
Life. It's expensive and stressful.
And for someone who wants to achieve happiness but doesn't have it, just like you, like what advice would you give them?
I don't think there is any, but try your best. Because I know my situation is I want to make more money. Everyone's situation is different. It's hard to generalize that.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Laura. I'm from Staten Island, New York.
Are you happy?
Overall, I would say yes, I'm happy.
Why?
We came out of a pandemic, right? And I think that if there's one thing that we have learned, or we should have learned, is about just being happy with what we have. I'm alive. I have a great job that I like. I like what I do. Food in my belly, shelter. I have the necessities of what I need, so I'm happy.
And for someone who wants to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
I think just, again, being happy with what you have, just the bare minimums, and working towards whatever you want. And knowing that you can have what you want in life if you work towards it, definitely.
What's your names and where are you from?
Ryan Hansen, Omaha, Nebraska.
Jason Hansen, Omaha, Nebraska. Stan Hansen, Waterloo, Iowa.
And the question is, are you guys happy?
Happy just in general? Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yes, very.
Why?
I've got a lot of freedom. There's not a lot of restrictions on my life, so I get to do the things that I want to do. For instance, I'm here right now. I didn't have to ask anybody. I don't have any money restraints. I can pretty much just experience the world as it's meant to be experienced, and I don't have any restrictions. So that freedom really makes me happy to just be able to do whatever I want to do.
I'd say because I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing, and I feel like I'm fulfilling some sort of purpose in my life. Job that I like, good income, ability to travel, good relationship with my children.
What's your name? Where are you from?
I am, in English version, I'm Chris, but actually I am Christoph from Poland originally, but it was a long time ago.
I'm Dan, I'm also from Poland. I was born here though, so.
Are you happy?
There's no simple answer to this, I believe, because in my opinion, can be many types of happiness. Like, such can be professional, artistic satisfaction. So there is no simple thing, yes or no, in my opinion.
Yes.
I'm happy right now. That's all that matters.
That's good. That's good. So for someone who wants to achieve that happiness, what advice would you give them?
Just simple, right? Don't worry about popular opinions, and do not take so-called certified experts too seriously. Try to find your own way.
I'm just gonna say, have good friends, don't worry about stuff, and I don't know, that's about it. Just have good friends, yeah.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Name is Ning. I'm from Taiwan.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I mean, my friends and my families are all healthy, happy, and safe, so I'm happy.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Haynes Torbett. I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee.
Are you happy?
Very happy.
Why?
Probably the main reason that I'm happy is because I'm fulfilled spiritually. I know where I'm going when I die. God's been good to me. I've got a good family. I've got a good marriage. So I got the three things that are most important to me, which are faith, family, and friends.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells, and write in the comments below what you would like me to ask next. See you later.